Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome to Town of the Paw Council meeting for September 19th, 2016. Call the meeting to order. I need an adoption of the agenda, please.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Rock. Be it resolved that the agenda be adopted as presented.
No additions or deletions or anything like that? Call the question. All in favor? It's carried. Okay, item number 3 is confirmation of minutes.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Rock. Be it resolved that the minutes of the August 31st, 2016 special meeting, the minutes of the public hearing, regular council meeting, and committee of the whole for September 6, 2016, and the minutes from the September 13th, 2016 special meeting be hereby approved, all statutory declarations having been complied with.
Any questions for the minutes? Any comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Just there used to be a moment. All right, citizens period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All's quiet. Let's move along. Item number 5, the CAO report, please.
So as a general overall projection of the operations of the Town of the Paw as at September 16th, 2016, Museum will be hosting the Open Farm Day event on September 18th, which was yesterday. First Home Roots concert of the season will be held on September 22nd, with the performer being O Susanna. September 29th, the museum will be doing Paint Night. This has been an event that's been happening a few times in the community and has been very successful. The museum completed 2 heritage grant projects, year 2 of the designation of our photographic collection and the collections management database change. Wellness Center is fully booked with classes such as pickleball, volleyball, and basketball all the way into October. New dance classes will also start next week. We had 90-some participants in the dance class, which was pretty impressive. Hockey conditioning camp also starts this week. Terry Fox Run was held yesterday. Unfortunately, there was only 5 participants, and weather may have had a big effect on that. Rate increase for the Wellness Center goes into effect October 1st. They're working on the ice schedules for 2016-17 season. Filled the landfill site attendant position. The green team students are finished for the season, so as you can tell this year we had a very, the parks and the playgrounds and everything taken extra care, so we're going to miss them and look forward to them coming back next year. 2 people were hired to fill the arena attendant positions. The Wellness Center's soft switch controller was programmed. Investigation is ongoing as to what we can do with power consumption. Water heater mixing valve at the arena has been repaired or is in the process of being repaired. Cemetery runners are being installed before fall happens and it gets cold. Memorial benches are up and being sold. We've had quite a few benches that were put up this year, and as people are seeing them, they're buying the plaques for them and purchasing the benches, usually in memory of a family or a loved one. Working on the corrective action plans for the airport, met with Regional Health, Northern Regional Health Authority for regular updates. Crack sealing of the runway at the airport is now completed. Letters have been sent out regarding unsightly property cleanup. We've been getting a lot of flack on that, and I'm sure members of council have also. We do have a lot of positive that does come back out of these, as the community members who are the neighbors are quite proud and happy to see the neighborhood getting cleaned up. 2015 audit is ongoing. We're close to being done with that. There's been lots of calls on the effects of TOCO on municipal taxes and reassessments of properties. We've started the 2017 preliminary budget. Patchwork for potholes along with curbing is being done. We had quite a few calls today saying how they were happy to see a lot of the potholes that have been have been a problem for the last couple of years, all being filled. Water break repair on Cathedral, street sweeping is ongoing, yard cleanup at the town garage. We're trying to get our own affairs in order. If we're going to be telling everybody else, they need to have theirs too. Preparing dates for fall cleanup. They hope to have this starting after Thanksgiving. Working on the school speed zones, and that's in conjunction with the Kelsey School Division. And continuing with cost savings for lighting and geothermal at town facilities.
Busy. Any questions? Thanks, Randy, very much. We will then move along to 7.3.1, pump repair resolution.
Here, I need your signature. Sorry about that. Moved by Councillor Brock, seconded by Councillor Zelinski. Be it resolved that Council authorize the transfer of $9,398.88 from the Pool Reserve Fund, which has a current balance of $60,879, for the pump replacement and other maintenance and pool repairs. This is an issue where there's some serious mechanical issues and stuff that have to be dealt with, and it's best to do it and get ahead of the curve, and I'm really pleased that our staff are doing that.
Any comments? Call the question, all in favor? Carried. 7.3.2, tax additions and cancellations.
Moved by Councillor Rock, seconded by Councillor Zelinski. Be it resolved that Council authorize additions and cancellations to the 2016 real property assessment roll as per listing from Manitoba Municipal Relations dated August 29, 2016. Be it further resolved that the tax roll of the municipality reflect an increase of $2,545 and a decrease of $1,090.
Any comments? Call the question, all in favor? Opposed, if any, carried. Right. 7.3.3.1, the relocation of the public library.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Rock. Be it resolved that Council would like a recommendation come forward from staff as to the relocation of the public library to another town property by September 1st, 2017, and also a plan to move forward with the dissolution of the existing building at 53 Edwards Avenue.
We have a lot of vacant space, and we're looking to fill some of it, and relieve ourselves of some of it as well. Any other comments on this?
Just that we don't want to lose any of the services that the library provides by any means, but just that we want to be more cost effective in how we deliver those services.
To be clear, we're not closing the library. Okay?
And I guess it also should be added that this is preliminary and we're working through a bunch of different solutions.
Yep. Okay. Move along. Call the question. All those in favor? Carried. 7.3.3.2, Manitoba Hydro Power Smart Program.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Rock. Be it resolved that Council would like CAO and staff to come up with an action plan as to how to best utilize the Manitoba Hydro Power Smart Program to upgrade town properties to become more energy efficient.
Very self-explanatory. Any comments? Call the question. All in favor? It's carried. $7.3.3.3.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore. Be it resolved that Council would like to have the Manitoba Provincial Government assign a staff member to assist the Town of the Paw with developing an asset management plan.
You all own a bunch of things, and so how to best utilize them is what this is about. Any other comments? Call the question. All in favor? It's carried. 7.3.4.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore. Be it resolved that Council authorize the payment of the following accounts. Pay period number 17 in the amount of $124,347.05. General checks numbers 17569 to 17632 in the amount of $664,739.78. Council Recreation checks number 5674 to 5716 in the amount of $142,333.88. An electronic funds transfer in the amount of $102,191.25.
Any comments? Call the question, all in favor? Carried. Seven point 4.1.1 variation application 06-2016.
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Alan Gibb. Whereas the town received a variation application from the Northern Region Health Authority, and whereas a public hearing was held September 6, 2016. Therefore, be it resolved that council approve variation application 06-2016, which is to add a medical clinic as a use within the open space/recreational zone.
Any comments? Question then, all in favor? Opposed, if any? It's carried. 7.4.1.2.
Okay. Moved by myself, second by Councilor Alan Gibb. Whereas the town received a conditional use application from the Northern Region Health Authority, and whereas a public hearing was held on September 6, 2016. Therefore, be it resolved that council approve conditional use application 04-2016 to permit a medical clinic on lot 1 and 2, block 34, plant 587, and this is behind the hospital. One more after this.
Okay. Any questions, comments? Call the question, all in favor? It is carried. And 7.4.1.3.
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Alan Gibb. Whereas the town received a variation application from the Northern Region Health Authority, and whereas a public hearing was held September 6, 2016, therefore be it resolved that council approve variation application 07-2016 to vary the front yard requirement from 30 feet to 9 feet and the side yard requirement to 20 feet to 0 feet. And this is to get preparation of our new clinic.
Any comments? Councillor Rock?
Yeah, I would just say that I think it's very important that our community gets the service and enjoyment of having a medical health center. We never wish to use it, but when people in our community and our region need it, it would be great that it's here, so we support the actions of the Regional Health Authority to get this done.
Okay, anybody else? There's no reason why it can't be built now. No reason at all. Just need authorization from the Treasury Board on Broadway, I think it is. Question? All in favor? It's carried. (7.4.2) Community Development Corporation.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore. Be it resolved that council authorize the transfer of $92,000 from the Community Enhancement Fund to the Community Development Corporation.
Any comments? Councillor Rod.
Yes, I believe this is a budgeted item, and I think it's really important that we support the CDC and help it move forward. I'm sure we're all very pleased to see that it is active and is doing what it's intended to do, and we have to be behind it all the way. Thank you.
Any other comments? Call the question. All those in favor? 7.4.3, request for extension for construction.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore. Whereas the purchase agreement for the lakefront lots stated that no later than August 15th, 2016, the purchaser shall construct a basement or foundation for a dwelling complying with the Manitoba Building Code and bylaws of the town of Palmer. And whereas the agreement further stated that if this condition could not be met, a request for an extension was to be made in writing. And whereas the town received a request for extension from Mark Rice with regards to Lot 29 Lakeview Road, Therefore, be it resolved, the council authorize an extension from August 15th, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, as per Section 8, an extension from August 15th, 2017 to November 15th, 2017, as per Section 9, the purchase agreement with Mark Rice. So who chooses? Who gets to read what? You? You're off my Christmas list.
It's
Want
too
the
long.
short
Say it
ones.
again.
I want the short ones. Not the big long ones.
You did good.
I almost choked my gum twice.
We're all good to go? Any comments?
Wasn't that to make it consistent with the other?
It was, because I had three.
It does. It does.
Well,
His is a little longer.
yeah, his
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Okay. Call the question, all in favor? Good. 7.6.1, quit claim agreement.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Commodore, be it resolved that council authorize the mayor and assistant CAO to sign a quit-claim agreement with Cambrian Vehicle Leasing Claire Simpson as per discussion during the in-camera portion of the September 6, 2016 Committee of the Whole meeting. So that's the right language.
Yeah, that's good. I remember that.
Well done.
Oh, I need to sign, oh, sorry, missed one.
Any concerns, questions, comments? Call the question, all in favor? It's carried. Okay, did you want to bring up the minutes at all, or just have
No,
it's
that's
received?
just for information. Yeah.
Right.
I did a good job last time. Finally.
Committee reports then. Museum Board, Councillor Rock.
The meeting was delayed a week, so it's not till tomorrow evening.
Okay. Chamber at all?
We're having a meeting on, what's it, Wednesday, so I will miss it because it's the same night as recycling meeting, so, but one comment on the 10 for 10 that I was speaking about before, they're having it tomorrow at Leettes, 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 people to sit around and gab.
10 being the critical number on that one.
10 at 10, yeah, that's what I tried to.
No report from the Pawn Area Justice Network, Sustainable Forest, Councillor Rock.
Yes, there was a meeting held on the 8th of September. The group is, at that meeting, I was only able to attend the first portion of it, the first couple of hours, but there was considerable discussion around the issue of TOCO and closure and impact, not only in our immediate area, but in the region and whatnot. One of the key issues dealt with the issue of road closures and the potential impact or whatever going forward on various users and whatnot. With that regard, recently a list of road closures has just come forward from TOCO, listing the roads that would be closed. The part of the discussion was about who built the roads, who owns the roads and whatnot, and I'm sure with the company and the government and interested parties will be looking at that as they move forward.
I just noticed yesterday that list has been released and that those road closures are going to be in effect October 17th. So they are moving forward. Okay. Citizens on Patrol, Councillor Zelinski and Commodore.
Oh, I did not make it because there was a meeting here. It was same time, so.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
minutes
same
haven't been posted yet, so.
CDC, Councillor Gibb.
We had a meeting on Friday with Ruth Mealy. Except for, and it was good. I don't know, it was a good start. Things were starting to move forward. So it's well, good show.
Good, okay. It was filled with statistical information, which is a scary thing to throw at people on a Friday afternoon. But
She brought the new REAP report, or the
Yeah,
updated
the
REAP
updated
report? Yeah. Send me a copy of that if you don't mind.
And later today, she sent me like a recap of the meeting, so find that out sometime this week.
KRC, Councillor Zelinski.
Meeting tomorrow night.
2PCRC, Councillor Marsh.
Meeting's next week.
Library Board, Councillor Zelinski.
We had a meeting last Tuesday. I was able to catch just the last bit of it. Everything went fairly well over the summer. A lot of the discussion was about not the library relocation, just what it means and that sort of thing. So I was able to speak to that a little bit and just, like I said, let them know that it's all preliminary and that sort of thing. But yeah, all in all, summer was good at the library and getting ready get back into the swing of things. So.
Good stuff. Joint Committee of Council, Councillors Commodore and Rock.
We are having a meeting, Amber is setting up in October.
Okay.
Yep.
Kelsey School Division Committee, we are meeting on Thursday at 7 p.m. Okay.
Recycle Center?
I thought I asked that one.
Yep.
Missed out.
Did I miss that one?
There's a meeting next week. Just
Recycling Center.
as a general report, I got a phone call from the manager last week, and they're struggling under the weight of the volume that's coming in. So the curbside seems to have taken a little bit of time to pick up steam, but I think with everybody back at school and the expansion out into the rural areas of the RM for curbside, they're seeing a fairly significant uptake. So to the extent that they've had to make some circuits twice, which they don't typically have to. Usually they do one pass in the morning that covers everybody. And they've also found themselves having to drum up some additional employees there to keep the center functioning. So that's good. It's a good problem to have.
It is. And I'm sorry, when is the next recycling board meeting?
It's this week. It's on
This
Wednesday.
week.
Wednesday?
So when someone when we take our trash into the dump, it gets weighed each time?
Yep.
Should we see a corresponding, should we see a?
You know, it's hard to say. If the uptake is coming primarily from the RM, you may not, because a lot of those residents, some of them, not a lot of them, but there's some burning that goes on private properties out there and stuff. In the closer rural residential areas, I expect that you'd probably see some kind of decrease, but it's probably not so significant that you'd be able to sort it out from the construction waste that comes in from a small project that happens or whatever, right? It kind of gets lost in the mix, because it wouldn't get recorded necessarily as household versus commercial.
So they don't differentiate if someone comes in, Chad comes in with a loaded stuff as opposed to the town dump truck? We don't make it different?
Yeah.
They don't track it different?
It is tracked differently, I think, but I just recall that it's kind of difficult to make the relationship in detail between what's happening at the recycle center and what's happening on the landscape for waste generation. When we made large changes, you could definitely see a trend that you would see waste come down and recycling come up. And I mean, I guess probably it would take a quarter in a report to see whether or not there's any uptake. I would bet historically that at the start of the school year, we always see some uptake at the recycle center for everybody being back in town and schools firing back up. But we'll investigate that one as we get through the next few months at the recycle center.
One big positive is that Margie and her staff are not dealing with garbage.
Yeah, it
They're dealing with recyclables.
It eliminated garbage pretty quickly.
No.
And then they're getting all the bins, 1,600, and
Yeah, that's right.
Some coming, so
there are a whole
that'll be
pile of
handled
bins
out.
coming for individual households. For
There are.
that, community cleanup award. So that'll be useful for people.
Perfect. Okay. Citizens period. We've got the attention of all 6 of you. No? All right, can I get a motion to adjourn, please? Okay,
So
thank you.
moved.